Hey everybody, Adam here, and back for a little vintage. So, I guess let's try that again. I used this one once before, but I think it might be fitting here. So, hi everybody. I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. So, this is Vintage Goblins. For anyone who thought that they were reading the stream title and I was being funny, no. I mean, maybe a little. But also, this is Vintage Goblins. So, I was poking around through the recent deck dumps and saw this gem as a recent 5-0 from Edmar30 on Magic Online. And so what we have here is a mono red-ish Goblins list. 2 Siege Gang Lieutenants, lackeys, snoops, all the nonsense you would expect. So, here's the quick disclaimer. Yeah, pretty much, Travis. So here's the disclaimer. There has been an on-again, off-again bug with Conspicuous Snoop on Magic Online, allowing it to do things it shouldn't. Like being a Black Lotus. So, at some point during this stream, you may see Snoop featuring text Snoop should not be featuring. We're going to ignore it. I'm not here to exploit bugs tonight, and we're not here to be ridiculous. The game plan is I think that this deck actually looks genuinely hilarious, and the fact that people are doing reasonably well with it occasionally has piqued my interest. Now, are those people exploiting a bug with Snoop to gain advantage? I couldn't say. We will not. I am aware that this happens. I'm aware that this exists. We are going to, if Snoop gains text it should not have, we're just going to pretend that Snoop does not have that text. Alright? Great. So, it's Goblins. We have Conspicuous Snoop, we have Goblin Lackey, we have some Kiki Jikis, we have Goblin Matron, we have some Muxus, we have a Trash Master. We're gonna do Goblins things. We get to play Recruiter in this format. Recruiter's gonna let us stack our deck. Maybe that matters. Maybe I'm bad at Magic. Who knows? We'll find out together. Without further ado, let's get this show on the road and play some Goblins. I do appreciate everyone joining me today. Plenty of ways you could choose to spend your Tuesday nights. I am grateful that you have chosen to spend it with me. So, already on to a good start. We won the die roll. I don't feel like this hand does anything, but I'm keeping it anyway. I feel like the potential for hits is high, and so we're just going to roll with it. Torch Courier, Snoop, Kiki, Prophet. I understand. I wish for to make a Goblin Lackey. We will see what our opponent does in the face of a Goblin Lackey. Probe resolves. Opponent's not sure what they're doing in the face of a Goblin Lackey. I like it. So anyone who follows the stream, later this week, next stream TBD. Unfortunately, I didn't make a post yesterday to kind of clarify this because I don't really know what I want to do yet. We'll find out. Might play a little more Legacy, see what that's like. We'll go on a journey together. It's fine. Hmm? I'll counter Ragavan. Lol. Goblin Lackey will attack. One-time dealer. One-time dealer! Oh, baby! This one? Okay. Oh, I stacked those wrong. Gross. Yeah, that doesn't matter because we're gonna shuffle. I stacked those wrong and I'm bad at Magic. It's fine. I need Skirt Prospector. We're gonna make a Skirt Prospector. Sack Recruiter. Sack Matron. Make a Snoop. Huh. You don't say. Intriguing. Ooh. I think we're just gonna pass. Yeah. Drawing the Muxus. Very good. Big fan. There's a Saga, sure. Deck Fade and resolves and does not matter in the slightest. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. I don't hate Rebs. Fury? Fury seems fine. Magus seems pretty atrocious. No, Magus is great. What am I talking about? Opponent plays the card, Urza Saga. I want these Furies. Interesting. Shave the Simian Spirit Guide. What else are we cutting here? Shave Gitaxian Probe. 2 more cuts. Also, if anybody didn't catch this, this is indeed Shave a Kiki. This is indeed a 61 card deck list. Twin Shot Sniper. We kind of want the removal, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to cut here. I'm going to be real. This is probably of medium quality. gonna cut that. There's like a talk to be had about boarding in Pithing Needle for Urza Saga. I think that between all of the other options available, we can do better. For anybody who follows my penchant for adult beverages on this channel, tonight we have a double Buffalo Trace whiskey sour with the Cocktail Crate whiskey sour mix. Sure, keep. And it is very good. Like, the second one of these is, like, kind of atrocious, but we might need it. This is a hand that just, like, 2-for-1s itself into oblivion. We can beat a Ragavan. I will play Goblin Lackey. Brainstorm, you say. Reasonable. Opponent Force of Will's Goblin Lackey pitching Narsa. Reasonable. Rude, opponent. I mean, no, and that's, like, probably strictly correct, if we're being honest. Imprint Fury. Cast Magus. Awesome. I forgot that this says non-artifact specifically. Yo. Deal. Opponent has Dismember versus our aggro deck. I'm in. EI is fine. Like, I'm a little sad about it, but it's fine. Torch Courier, Snoop, Kiki Prophet. Tabernacle? That doesn't seem very good. I will name Goblin. I will cast this Goblin Recruiter. Alright. Snoop. Muxus. Lackey. Well, yeah. Prospector, Torch Courier. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how we stack it. Kiki. Twin Shot. Sure. Okay. So I think where we're at right this second. Torch, Snoop, Kiki. So I think I want Muxus, Lackey, Prospector, Torch. Nope. Kiki, Snoop, Torch Courier. Well, the reality is, Travis, that once I don't get to draw Courier. Yeah, I don't get to draw Courier here, Travis. I have to wait a turn. Lotus is fine. Oh, we're getting breached. Uh-oh, hot dog. Did not see that coming. This is targeting them. Sure. They have a mana floating, they have Lotus in the graveyard. I will concede to that. By that notion, I want Leyline of the Void. I want Null Rod. More than I thought I did. Gonna cut the Rebs. Cut the Furies. Trashmaster, Crater Maker. Want any of this? This is reasonable. Take MBT. Mag is still very good. Crater Maker can come out. I need to cut something that isn't... kind of need... I don't particularly need snipers, right? Sure. I won the die roll, yes. Keep. Leyline of the Void. Goblin Lackey. Yeah, when an opponent was breached, we died. Force pitch preordain. Got it. Reasonable. It resolves. Ruby? Play Magus to the Moon. I'm giving opponent one turn. Sure. Prospector's fine. Use Goblin Matron's ability. Find Snoop. Opponent reevaluating their life choices. One has Jet. Cast spells from the top of your library, you say? Well, don't mind if I do. Okay. I need... Torch Courier, Kiki Jiki. I have the Snoop. Siege Gang, Bashalik Mons. Alright. So we're going to... Nope. Magic Online, quit shuffling my cards around for me, it's fine. Oh, that was messed up. Copy Matron, because I messed this up. Grab a recruiter. Okay. Tradesies? Yield to recruit. Get... What do I want everything on the top of my library to have? I think that's it, right? Just Kiki... Sling Gang? Done? I don't need Matron for anything in particular. No, I do want Matron. My attacks are mostly bad. Opponent's just like, don't you have an infinite in that deck? I'm like, probably. I don't know. Okay. So what do I copy here? All right. All right. Yep, figured out the line. Sorry, I totally missed that at first. Didn't realize what was going on here. So the line is, Snoop copies Snoop. Go infinite. Kiki Jiki yourself. Make copies of all your garbage. Then, the last copy targets Recruiter. You put a not Pashalik Bonds, the other one, Sling Gang Lieutenant on top of your library, and then ping your opponent to death with Sling Gang Lieutenant with the infinite tokens you've just made. Got there. Big brain. 1000 IQ. We figured it out. Moral of the story, friends, just because you watch another human being play Magic, and they're doing so in a public forum, it doesn't mean they're actually good at this game. Turns out I'm not. I've weaseled my way through a lot of garbage in my life, and we get there eventually. Sometimes. But that's us 1-0. So, we figured it out. Our deck goes infinite when we know how to play our cards correctly. That's good news. That means we stand much more of a chance in Vintage. So that's nice. So, yeah. Again, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you being here. Plenty of ways you could choose to spend your Tuesday, but I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend it with me. For anyone new to the stream, welcome. My name is Adam. I'm a member of Team Swish out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. On this channel, we normally play Eternal formats. That means Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, various cube-like formats, etc. Anything, any amount busted. And not busted like that time they banned Splinter Twin in Modern. No. Like real busted. And of course, we also play the fair decks that stop all the busted stuff. But the requisite is that the format must contain at least one deck that you're like, why is this a Magic card? Tonight, featuring Conspicuous Snoop and Kiki Jiki. Because for whatever reason they were like, yeah, Goblins have top deck tutors and, you know, things that copy things infinitely. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. We can give them a thing that, like, gains any ability, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all? Nothing at all. Couldn't see any possible problem. Alright. So, other than exactly one Monsieur Greg Beamer sitting in chat, I would love to hear some feedback from all of you. What would you like to see played on the channel? Obviously, I prefer to play Eternal formats, but at the present moment, given the state of most of these formats, I'm kind of cool playing whatever. I've played a lot of Combo and Legacy recently. Here we are playing Vintage Goblins because it looked funny. So I am down for all sorts of feedback, but I would love to know, what is it you're interested in seeing people play? Sad face. Please? Opponent. 3 seconds? You can do it. I believe in you. Boo. Alright then. Yeah. Are you interested in watching combo decks? Are you interested in watching fair decks? Do you want to see me play 9,000 more matches with Sneak and Show? I'm down to live that life. That's what we're here for. I'll play a bunch more Sneak and Show. Do we go back to playing a bunch of Vintage Oath? That was fun too. Alright. Won the die roll, yes. Keep. Prominent Vintage All-Star, the Power 9. I will name Goblin. I have this Goblin Lackey. Alright. What does the Power 9 have to say about a Goblin Lackey? Well, it starts with Mox Jet. And Emerald. Right, good. Saga, sure. Reasonable. I'm fairly convinced we just win the game here, friends. I wish we'd put in Conspicuous Snoop. Okay. I need Moxus, Kiki, Ham Sandwich? Yeah, pretty much Ham Sandwich. So I will take Snoop, then Kiki, then Moxus. Reasonable. We're twinning. Look at us go. We're splinter twinning. Make sure we've got our bases covered. I'll do a few extras. Critter. This one. Yes, please. Cool. Appreciate you, Power 9. Alright, I saw what looks like a full set of Moxes. That leads me to believe some sort of combo deck. Could be PO, could also just be shops. It's like a totally reasonable thing that could be occurring right now. Aborted Null Rod one way or the other. If shops, I want this card. This is reasonable if not shops. This seems fine. I have the Crater Maker. I'll board in a second Crater Maker. If opponent is PO, most people are on Mentor these days. I will... What are we cutting here? That's the $1,000,000 question. What are we cutting? Spirit Guide? Misstep hedges that they're shops. If opponent is a blue deck, I get a little punished. Probe doesn't really do much of anything. Let's just submit like this. Probe is like fine, but not great. This ain't it. This is like not great, but fine. Mana Crypt. Okay. So opponent is either Tinker or PO. Results. Ah, yes. Good, good. Opponent has taken damage from Mana Crypt. They have presented me with my win condition. I present to you 1/1 with haste. Nice. Well done. I might just get wheeled and like completely dirted here. Hull Breacher leads me further down the fact that opponent is Blue Tinker. By that logic, I think I want Red Blast more than I want some of the things that I boarded in. Resolve Snoop. Reasonable. This is funny. Deal. This is where opponent could very well just... Oh, they're going to grab Lotus. Okay, reasonable. I have no blocks. Grand Matron. Yes, please. Go grab Ring Recruiter. Deece. Oh, Hardcast Citadel. Resolves. Mm-hmm. Promise I'm not going to concede the key. Promise, promise, promise. Draw, replay, draw, replay, yep. You don't say. This is unfortunate. Rude. Okay. Like, we're pretty dead. Opponent also hasn't shown that they're willing to just attack. I guess if we have Fury, that's a reason not to. Okay. Got there. Alright. Okay. Things I want to do differently. Kind of want Fury. Definitely want Red Blast. Fury can kind of hang out for a minute. MBT seems super reasonable. Misstep, very good. Like, very, very good. Maga's still great. Trashmaster, like, okay. Trying to figure out how we beat this. Crater Maker can probably get out. And we have better answers to what's going on than Goblin Crater Maker. Thorn, very good. Shave a Prospector. Got a twin shot sniper, I guess? That seems really slow comparatively. Gonna keep this. There's enough potential to draw good cards that I'm gonna keep. Slam turn 1 Null Rod. Was probably supposed to put SSG back in my deck. That card seems very good. Yes. Next turn we just resolve Trashmaster. Goblin. Trashmaster? Goblin Lackey. Okay. You got it. Well, that's not very nice of you. One, two, three, four, five, six Muxus. Opponent cast Dig. Sure, that's fine. I feel like the opponent's probably dead. We just slam this Muxus now and do the thing. Either combo them or... if we find the haste enabler with Muxus, we just absolutely go bananas. Red. Red. Uncounterable Muxus, please. Okay. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Opponent's dead on board aggro. We have Snoop up top. Oh, I was supposed to put... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Tinker resolves. Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Reasonable. Unfortunate, but reasonable. Nothing we're doing about that. Can't target this. They don't have an artifact in play. Okay. Cast another uncounterable Muxus. Keep this one. Use Goblin Matron's ability. Something out of our deck we don't particularly need. All right. Copy this. Yes. Go grab. What do I need here? I have the whole combo. I don't have an answer to this thing on board. Grab another Snoop just in case. Oh, I needed a recruiter. I'm so bad at this. No, Kiki copies recruiter. We're fine. We're fine. Needle targets what? What is Needle naming? Kiki Jiki. Reasonable. And we die. Wild. Reasonable. Alright. I feel like I missed it by just a hair there if I were to set up the combo. I would have had it locked up, but I messed up and didn't set up the combo thinking that I only needed one piece and I still needed multiple. Good news, that's only 1 and 1. Still got plenty of time. Turns out deck is harder than I thought. It's with this whole new Snoop business with the combo lines, it's just not something I consciously think about. I'm used to Goblins being this, like, here's a bunch of small creatures, we're gonna gain a bunch of incremental advantage and, like, lock the board like it is in Legacy. But now with Snoop, like, there are moments where you just get to go, okay, we're done now, bye. And completely shut the door. And not thinking about those lines as hard as I should creates some issues. But we'll see if we can go ahead and fix those mistakes in round 3. Alright. Opponent wins the die roll. We can't keep a just strip line hands. That one's much better. Ship Bloodstained Mire. Opponent probes, sees that we have Cavern, Skirk Prospector, the whole business. Saga, sure. Probe you. One, two, three, four. Salvagers, Time Walk, Trinket Mage. Opponent's hand doesn't really do anything. Okay. This is where opponent time walks. Shocking. Underground Sea Walk, you got it. Float mana off Urza's Saga, grab LED. Grab Lotus off Trinket Mage. Lotus there. Soul Ring, sure. This is where we just die, right? I just told opponent in chat, we'll concede to Ballista X equals 1 for both our sake. That works. Null Rod, Leyline, MBT. Cutting, Probe, Cutting twin shot sniper. Cut a crater maker. SSG. Okay. What's the last cut here? Misstep seems way too good. Null Rod, Thorn, all of that are great. Maybe by that logic I'm supposed to leave in SSG. Shave one Snoop. One Recruiter. This feels very good for us. 2 pieces of fate, a lackey. I'll probably play turn 1 Torch Courier. Pre-game effects. Here's this Leyline of the Void. I lied. I want the lackey. Reasonable. One of Brainstorms. Saga's fine. Soul Ring, sure. I will grab the Badlands just in case. We'll play the Ancient Tomb to play around Days. That does see some occasional play in Vintage. Okay, that one's pretty good, not gonna lie. No reason to attack with Torch Courier. Plow resolves. Manavolt is fine. Goblin Matron. Matron can go and grab his Trash Master. Trinket Mage. Go get Walking Ballista. Unfortunate. Yep. Opponent attacks for 16 and we die. Neat. Okay. Basic Mountain. Yep. Womp womp. Possible I was supposed to mulligan to something even more hateful than that. Like, I felt like Leyline Trap was good, but Leyline Trap doesn't interact with Urza's Saga half of the deck. So if opponent just starts making constructs, I was pretty stone cold to it. My hand was very slow. It didn't help that Lackey got mental misstepped. Lackey turned some of those other draws into like pretty real Magic cards. I suppose that is the nature of this thing though, right? Like the consistency of Goblins is pretty reasonable given things like Snoop, Matron, Recruiter, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, like, you're still a non-blue deck. You don't have the exact same manipulation like you would if you were playing a bunch of cantrips and Ancestral and Top and what have you. I do think that I think that a hand that just like slams a Magus of the Moon against opponent seems very, very good. Like, it shuts off their ability to tutor with Saga, it shuts off their ability to make constructs. It seems like opponent's deck is pretty constructed around Saga being a good Magic card, and if we can make Saga a bad Magic card, then I think that we are in much better shape. Oh well. There's only one way to learn when playing Magic the Gathering, and that is by doing the thing. And that's what we're here doing tonight. For anyone who missed out, we are playing Edmar 30's 5-0 Vintage Goblins list from a league 2 days ago. So you have an infinite combo with Conspicuous Snoop, Kiki Jiki, and Sling Gang Lieutenant. Then you also have the fair plan of just beating them to death with stuff. And you have Muxus to just go big and build a board state from very little resources. As some hate options, we are playing Thorn of Amethyst main. We are playing Null Rod in the side. We have Mind Break Traps, Red Blasts in the side. Fury in our sideboard to deal with like hate bears and things. We definitely have some options available to us. So also, for anyone who is unfamiliar with the Magic Online Vintage scene and wants an kind of an insight as to the drama that goes on in the Vintage scene, so it is currently being stated that some amount of these folks with the top number of undefeated trophies, specifically Zwar and Jumpsven, among potentially others, are not people at all, but win trading bots. So there's some discussion for you for the day. When trading bots. Supposedly they initially used to drop from leagues whenever they would not, or drop from a match whenever they would not pair with one another. Now it seems that they will queue with regular run-of-the-mill vintage decks, and even occasionally go ahead and play a turn or two versus an opponent who is not in the same situation. But it's a wild and crazy thing if it is true. Again, to anyone who is new to the stream this evening, hello, welcome. My name is Adam. I'm a member of Team Swish from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I play primarily Eternal Magic formats. This means things like Legacy, Vintage, Canadian Highlander, Pauper, occasionally some Commander, and Cube. So those are the kinds of things you will often see on this channel. More often than not, slanted towards Legacy, Vintage, Pauper. I will play a cube when it is available on Magic Online. If you are interested in any of those formats and would like to check out more of my content, my YouTube link is down in the Twitch bio down below. You are more than welcome to check that out. I have uploaded quite a number of videos ranging across Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, some cube content here and there when it's available. Some cool stuff out there, so check that out. Also, you can go ahead and there's a link to the Team Swish YouTube channel. I do upload some Eternal Magic content there as well, alongside all of the other quality content produced by my teammates, including Modern, Pioneer, so on and so forth. Plenty of content there for whatever you might be interested in, so feel free to check that out as well. If you enjoy what you see here, and you'd like to see more Eternal Magic, or anything that I'm doing, feel free to give me a follow here. Also, my Twitter is right here. Feel free to give me a follow on Twitter as well. I usually post before I go live, kind of with an update as to what will be going on, so that way you kind of have a heads up as to what's going on stream that day. I also usually, not this week, but usually, post every Monday on Twitter as to kind of what the schedule looks like for the week, so you can kind of plan some time out for whatever you might enjoy, and also try to engage with everybody over there as well. I like talking to people. I'm sitting here talking to this camera now, but I really enjoy talking to other humans. So please feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, on Discord, if you find me in any of the various Discords that I exist in. Also feel free to leave comments on YouTube. Go ahead and whisper to me on Twitch. I try to respond to pretty much everything whenever I can. And I, again, love interacting with the Magic community at large. Given all of the shade that gets thrown aside, I really do think that the Magic community is pretty excellent for the most part. And I love meeting other people and hearing their stories and figuring out why they are into this game that I also love a great deal. So please feel free to reach out and let me know what you're about and we can chat. This is the one big problem I've seen with vintage queues, is that often you'll just end up hanging out for a hot minute. Because unfortunately, not quite as many vintage players as there are players of other formats. So sometimes you end up with really long wait times. Oh. All right. This might be the longest queue time I've ever had, in fact. 9 minutes, a little crazy. I mean, I just noticed the Stream Decker bot notification from the last match. Opponent was 0-3. So I'm glad we got to provide opponent with at least one win this league. This is dope. Keep. Mutually assured destruction, opponent. You cast a sphere, I strip mine you. It'll be great for everybody, I promise. Opponent plays Wasteland, sure. Opponent plays Black Lotus, yes. Alright. Play Ancient Tomb. Cast Black Lotus. Chromox. Imprint Goblin Trashmaster. Make red. Cast this Goblin Matron. So, I will admit, imprinting Trashmaster against shops, like, maybe a little sus. However, I have this Muxus. Your move, opponent. Really tempted to just, like, slam this Thorn of Amethyst and see if opponent can play Magic through their sphere plus a Thorn. Because I have a suspicion they might not be able to, given the nature of their current hand. Phyrexian Revoker resolves. What are we naming with Phyrexian Revoker? Chrome Mox, reasonable of you. Inventor's Fair, I accept. Wasteland on Ancient Tomb, yes please. Cavern of Souls. Name Goblin. Move to combat. I will declare attacks. Oh, opponent found a workshop. Opponent has Pithing Needle. What do you even name here, opponent? Snoop, sure. Goblins. Attack with Goblin Matron. I have a double uncounterable Goblin Lackey. You really, really, really can't counter this one. Promise. Tabernacle? That's rude. Yes, please. Yes, please. I will declare attacks. Reasonable. Joke's on you, opponent. I found another lackey. Opponent shows me Urza Saga. That's unfortunate. Yes, please. I will once again name Goblin. Eventually, I'm just going to cast this Muxus directly through this Sphere of Resistance, and opponent's going to get real sad about it. What's everybody think? Are we casting this Muxus directly through this Sphere of Resistance? Ruin opponent's whole day? Reasonable. 1 mana Mox. Sure. Play Strip Mine. Reasonable. Okay. Yes, please. Yes, please. Unfortunate. I need for opponent to think they've turned the corner. Like, I need them to just, like, not have a blocker for a turn. That would be very excellent of them, but I don't expect it to happen. Also, the card Goblin Crater Maker would be Hot Fire. What a wild and crazy thing for you to do. I accept. Oh, you have another... Okay. Sure. Golos, yes. Unfortunate, but nothing I can particularly do about it. How do we... All right. Yes, please. Yes, please. Skirk Prospector. Okay. That's real bad. Second Sphere is so very, very bad. All right. I will not. It's another Skirk Prospector, which doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Okay. Crater Maker. Misstep is bad. Thorn not good. Twin Shot Sniper not particularly great. Magus of the Moon straight fire. Cut Probe. Cut Probe. This doesn't really do anything, but no, like this is bad. This is worse. Torch Courier. Goblin Recruiter? Resolve Goblin Lackey. Yep. Yep. Goodbye. Pretty positive opponent has just lost this game. Put in Recruiter. Alright. Kiki Jiki. Moxus. Snoop. Torch Courier. Sling Gang Lieutenant. I have a recruiter in play. Alright. Sling Gang doesn't really matter. Kiki. Career, Snoop, Muxus. Sick. Show me your strip mine. Show me your strip mine. Oh, Ancient Tomb. Revoker's fine. Gonna give opponent a really weird choice here. That's unfortunate. Opponent had another Revoker. Alright. Opponent may well just die to their mana crypt, though, if we're being honest. Yeah. Ah, yes. The old legendary mountain. Good. Great. Fantastic. So opponent has 4 mana, which is a reasonable amount for them. Can do a lot of scary things. Opponent's at 3. Mystic Forge, you say? Reasonable. Sick. Okay. Doing this again on the draw. I don't hit a needle to bail us out from Saga. As another answer to Saga, that seems great. Shave 1 Recruiter. Yeah. Could talk about cutting the other twin shot sniper. I think that's a reasonable argument. This seems fine. One of the Sling Gangs in hand kind of sucks, but like isn't the end of the world. think we're imprinting Pishalik Mons. Mox is fine. Workshop, less fine. Crucible of Worlds, sure. Mountain, Chromox. I'm going to present this Crater Maker. This is our out to a lot of garbage that they could come up with. Yep. Goodbye. Your Trinisphere less scary when you only have 3 mana too, opponent. In fact, if opponent misses a land drop, there's a conversation to be had about just like nuking Mox and just like locking them under their own Trinisphere. Three mana Mox Jet. Sure. That line now less valid. I will present this Goblin Lackey. Nice. Mountain. Very cool. Alright. Well, that's us 2-2. So, let's see if we can turn this around, get our play points back, our pity chest, and be on our merry way. Again, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you being here. I will be back again Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Possibly Legacy? Question mark? Yet TBD, we'll see what happens. That ain't it. Chromox. Imprint Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker. Cast Conspicuous Snoop. Don't hit another land drop. Sapphire, sure. Ancestral them, yep. Lotus resolves. Gas. This one. Show me him to Turok. For 1 in a red. Yep. Pitching Lavinia. Sure. I will decline to attack because of the possibility of Hull Breacher. Yep. Hardcast Citadel? Hardcast Citadel. It's a pretty good one, opponent, not gonna lie to you. Preordain. The presence of Lavinia makes me believe that opponent is on specifically paradoxical outcome. You got it. Opponent passing. That's a wild and crazy experience. Yo. I will choose Goblin Mikey. We're about to show this friend what card advantage looks like as we flop this Muxus into play. Opponent? Please? I want to attack you with this Conspicuous Snoop, is that okay? Also, much more okay with attacking Conspicuous Snoop into Hull Breacher if it comes off of the top of opponent's library and they pay 3 life for it. Reasonable. Time lock is fine. Not a thing I'm particularly worried about at this moment. Yeah. This is the coolest Mind Twist opponent could have ever cast. They targeted themselves. Done. Opponent's game plan is currently Urza Saga Save Me. I like your Moxie, opponent. Like, I'm gonna take a non-zero amount of damage here. That's for real. This tank gets top. They start to go ham. Like, they're... Oh. Weird. Saga's fine. Take 6. Goblin. Like, we're dead. But I want to make opponent respect that we're not. All opponent is required to do is make a construct token and attack. Dig through time. Reasonable. Cast from hand so they didn't lose life. Gonna set up to clear the top of their library for Bolas' Citadel, which is good for them. My end step. Opponent currently making a large number of decisions when they don't need to, I think, but I'll allow it. Mentor very good. Wholly unnecessary, but very good. Teferi, sure. Bounce your Mox, replay it. Bounce my Mox, draw a card, sure. That's like very good. I think I'm just dead, but... Nice. Okay, PO. Null Rod. Red Blasts, MBT, Shaving Probe, I don't think we have Peshalic kind of time. I don't know that Crater Maker is particularly good. Twin Shot Sniper can go. I think opponent's deck is mostly unplayable if we put a Magus of the Moon into play, so I'm going to keep it. By that logic, if we're being a hate deck, could shave a Kiki Jiki. Shaving one Matron is reasonable, so I'll just got another Twin Shot Sniper. I don't think that card is particularly great in the matchup. Hand doesn't do anything. I'm blasting this on principle because I plan on jamming Null Rod. I want them to have the fewest possible answers to it. Sure. Mystical Tutor. Go find Ancestral Recall. Tinker. Reasonable. Mox, sure. Soul Ring, sure. Yogg Will, yes. What? Replay Mana Crypt, sure. Your hand doesn't really do anything else, opponent. Cast Throne of Amethyst. Cast Uncounterable Goblin Lackey. Vamp Tutor. Extra Zero? What? Magic Online, stop. Stop. What? Why? Yo, excuse me? Why? Oh, good grief. Monastery Mentor, sure, that resolves. Manifold Key, yes. I'm not gonna lie, the Mentor is very, very good. Swords to Plowshare is my lackey, which costs them life and mana. I love it. Brainstorm, sure. Is one of the cards in your hand currently Time Vault? That would be truly unfortunate for me. Time Vault not in their hand currently, I understand. Balance me, opponent. That's not a thing that I care about, like, literally at all. Don't worry, Jet. Activated abilities of my Thorn of Amethyst cannot be activated. What does this matron need to get? We can't cast Trash Master. What bails us out of this? Anything? Probably not. I guess... if I draw a land, we get Trash Master, which feels very, very good. I'm taking approximately $1 billion next turn. I think Trash Master is as good as anything. I just need to draw a mana source. Draw mana source, cast Trash Master. Use Trash Master to try to clean house a little bit. And I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sure, preordained. Back to approximately $1 billion damage. And maybe this is the argument to have Fury in the deck. Maybe we have to have Fury because of cards like Monastery Mentor. Yeah, there's Merchant Scroll, Cast Time Lock, Animate, blah blah blah. Oh wait, weird? Why though? Oh, because this only gets instants, that's why. Duh. Opponent Ancestrals, draws more cards.
You know, the awful truth is, when we hear about those less fortunate than ourselves, and we wish there was something we can do, we simply move on.
Time Vault? Sure, sure, sure. That's kind of like Time Walk.
New research is blaming the echo chambers created by social media for the polarization of the country.
CDC reports suicide attempts rose 51% since 2020.
We're dead. Congratulations, opponent. Yikes. Well, that was truly unfortunate. But I'm going to chalk part of that up to me not understanding all of the lines available in this deck. I think the deck is a little more busted than I gave it credit for. When I read this deck list, I thought it was kind of funny, and I thought that, like, yeah, you're going to need to play, like, Muxus, make a bunch of idiots do the thing, not consciously thinking about the fact that, like, the pile that Travis described earlier that involves Conspicuous Snoop putting Kiki Jiki on top with a Recruiter in play, and you make a bunch of copies of Conspicuous Snoop, and the last copy of Snoop makes a copy of Recruiter, and Recruiter puts Sling Gang Lieutenant on top, and then you just, like, infinite your opponent out. Didn't consciously think about that. Didn't think about... Like, at one point I kept a hand with the intent of Chrome-Moxing Twin Shot Sniper, forgetting that Chrome-Mox can't imprint artifacts. Never mind that Twin Shot Sniper has a color, but because it is an artifact, it cannot be imprinted by Chrome-Mox. This is unfortunate. Yeah, I stacked a pile wrong in a game where if I had stacked an additional combo piece I forgot I needed underneath the top card that I wanted to draw with Goblin Recruiter, I just, like, probably win the game on the spot. Just messed it up, forgot that I didn't have everything together, and ended up losing the game. But definitely a cool deck. Definitely a deck that I would like to explore more of, and it seems like a lot of the weird situations involving Conspicuous Snoop have been fixed. Previously, Snoop would gain abilities that it shouldn't have. Black Lotus, fetch lands, goofy stuff that Snoop should not be able to do. Snoop was just randomly able to do. It does seem that it is fixed now, which is cool. There was never an issue where my Snoop gained text it shouldn't have, and I just had to pretend my Snoop didn't have that text. It just always did the thing it was supposed to do. So that's cool. But everybody, I think that is it for me for tonight. Again, I appreciate you all coming out. Feel free to come join again on Thursday when we're back playing probably some Legacy, probably some dumb combo deck. But who knows? Could be anything. Guess we'll have to tune in to find out. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.